We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. UFC released Muhmmad Mokaev after UFC 304 performance. This was the last fight of his contract in the UFC, and Dana White made it clear during the conference that he does not want to keep Mokaev in the UFC. Additionally, Dana advised him to go to PFL.
Did they try to give you a new contract before this fight?
They said they're gonna see how I perform. They don't want to see me keep shooting and taking somebody down, but I've done what I could do with like tonight, yeah.
They said they didn't like you shooting in there? Is that what they said?
Yeah, they don't like this because they tried to get rid of flyweights before and they don't want this kind of fight. But listen, I'm young, I'm still not in my prime. Like, if they want me to stand and bank with toe-to-toe with this like 30 years old grown man, I have to do what's best for me to win.
However, the interesting thing is that Mokaev might have avoided being cut from the UFC if he had listened to Dana White. Mokaev himself revealed that before the fight, Dana White had told him something, and if he had followed that advice, his contract with the UFC would have been renewed. Mokaev revealed that before UFC 304, he was told his contract would not be renewed if he continued to shoot takedown. However, Dana White, while talking about this, said that the reason for removing Mokaev from the UFC is not just his fighting style. There are some other reasons as well, which Dana did not fully reveal. Let's see what Dana actually said.
Makhachev said that his contract is up, and he made this interesting remark that said someone at the UFC told him to stop shooting for these takedowns so much, and maybe he'll get this contract that he wants. Is that true, and do you think you'll bring him back?
Yeah, that's what we tell guys. We tell guys how to fight and tell them we've been doing this for a long time. I'm sure one of the matchmakers probably said something to him or whatever, but yeah, the matchmakers aren't big fans of his for many different reasons. And not just there's a lot of people who shoot takedowns in this business. You know, a lot of guys that fight with that type of style, but it's a lot more than just that.
But Makhachev is the guy that you'd want to bring back to the UFC because he said his contract is totally done now.
Yeah, he is. He's under contract. He's not under contract anymore.
Okay, but would you be interested in keeping him around in the fall?
I think the PFL is going to get a great undefeated guy.
Really?
Good luck to him.
Alexander Volkanovski reveals altercation incident during UFC 304. Volkanovski said that the fight was quite intense, but he didn't know everyone involved. Volkanovski saw the incident up close and confirmed it involved a fighter. He shared that there was some footage of the event, but hesitated to reveal too many details. He said one of the people involved was very difficult to restrain, even evading security and Volkanovski himself. The altercation occurred early in the morning. Around 7 a.m., Volkanovski decided not to name names, but hinted that there might be footage of the incident coming out.
There was other fights straight after it. Must have been Leon's boys, and must have been maybe Belal's supporters or whatnot, but then they end up getting into it. There was a pretty big brawl. I've seen some fights in the crowd, but this one was a proper fight. This one was proper connections. Yeah, there was blood there, chairs getting thrown, the chair landed, like the foot of the chair, or whatever you would call it, the chair leg, yeah, the leg of the chair, full got him right in the head and made him bleed, but there was guys getting proper cracked, so it was pretty brutal. I didn't really know who was involved, but I think it was maybe Leon's guys. I had a pretty close view to that, but some of you have seen the footage, but some of you wouldn't have seen the bit of other footage where, I don't know if I should even bring it up. I don't know. Maybe I won't bring it up. Sorry guys, you're going to hate me for that. I can't bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up. When it comes out, I'll tell you. Oh, you know what I will say? I won't say who was involved, but I'll tell you a little bit. So there was a bit that happened in a lobby between two guys. Obviously a fighter. I don't know if the other guy was a fighter, or I don't think it was a random. But stuff happened. So that guy. There might have been a little punch thrown. The other guy trying to get to him, security trying to stop it, and even I'm just like, it's not worth it, it's not worth the cops, so I'm trying to stop it. Guys stepping, getting around all the security guards. I'm like, oh, I might try and help. Steps around me as well. I'm like, man, this guy's got some good movement. So he's going again, trying to tell him to chill out, chill out. Again, he's coming, I try to grab him. We almost run into the bottom of the stairs. So we sort of went down. I'm like, we fell to pretty much to my knee as I'm trying to just hold him. He's just slipped out again, and he's yelling, mate, this guy was slippery. I think he should play a bit of a rugby league or something like that, because he was one hard man to tackle. I seen there would have been a few security guards trying to hold him. He just found his way around. Even I was falling off him, but I don't know if there will be footage of that coming out. So I'm not going to name any names. But when they do, you might see that. It's pretty funny. Very early in the morning, obviously 7 o'clock in the morning at a hotel. But yeah, see if there's footage out there. If there's not, you'll never know who it is, and I'm sorry.
Georges St-Pierre has doubts against Alex Pereira's success against real wrestlers. GSP recently talked with Covers and shared his views on Alex Pereira's performance in the UFC, where he has competed in both the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. GSP likes Alex's striking skills, but thinks he should first show he can handle a skilled grappler before he moves up to a higher weight class. Somewhere GSP feels that Alex is weak in wrestling, and a match with a wrestler compared to striker is hard for him. Plus, GSP warned Alex and advised him regarding the heavyweight division, saying he should prove himself first before entering the heavyweight division.
No one in the UFC right now is hotter than Alex Pereira. He's just dusting all these guys at 205. So the big question for him is, what's next? He's in his late 30s now, so the time is ticking. So should he, as a fan, what would you prefer to see him do? Stay at 205, looks like Muhmmad Mokaev would be next in line there, or go up to heavyweight, potentially make history and become the first UFC fighter to become a champion in 3 weight classes. As a fan, what would you like to see?
Well, as a fan, we always want an athlete to try to attempt something that never been done before. I think Alex Pereira is the best striker the light heavyweight division has ever seen. He's just incredible, but the question is, how would he pair up against a guy who's more of a wrestler? A guy who's going to try to bring the fight to the ground. I think he needs to answer that before trying to go up in heavyweight, because in heavyweights you have Thomas Pennell, you have John Jones, and these guys are very good wrestlers. They're very good strikers, but they're good wrestlers, so they can do it all. And we've seen Pereira doing incredible against guys who are willing to strike with him. But the question remains, how would he match up against a guy who really tried to bring him to the ground? And that's what I would like to see him do in his division as a light heavyweight, trying to beat a guy who try to take him down, see how he will perform, and if he does, great. Now try to go for a heavyweight. I think that will prepare him for what is to come in heavyweight.
Okay.
Israel Adesanya reacts to Belal Muhammad's win over Leon Edwards at 304. Just recently, Adesanya dropped a UFC 304 related video on his YouTube channel. Here's what he thinks about Leon Edwards losing his belt.
One big gunshot. Nah! He put him on his head. Bro. Nah, that rocked him because his head. That was bad. Go on, Leon. There you go. Look at it. Look at it. That's bad, bro. Spiked him. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. To the body. Knee to the body. Right there. Ah, that's one. Find it right in the middle. Oh, yeah. You know, that was bad. Oh, that was good. That's a good defensive. Yeah, good defensive posture. Let's go. Go, Leon. Holy shit. He's rocked. He rocked it with the elbow. Oh, Venom. He said, not in my house. Not in my house. Yes. That might have won him. That might have won him. Oh, come on. Get your arm out. Just one more elbow. Wow. Yeah. Now Leon knows. Yeah, he knows. That's why I was like, fuck. But what a fucking rally at the end, though. What a rally. He just like, he heard something and he just grabbed it. He's like, nah, fuck this. What a story, though, Belal, to do that after coming back from the eye poke. Now this, in his backyard, saying it the whole time, everybody doubting him, including me. Damn. Give it up to him. Oh, man, what a story. Oh, man. Good job. Because you can imagine what that feels like for him right now. And all the Palestinians right now, they can use him. He can be a force for them. I love these moments.
Islam Makhachev has an injury to his hand that is serious enough that he might not be able to fight for the rest of the year. This injury could take a long time to heal, possibly keeping him out of fight until next year. Islam wants to defend his UFC title against Arman this year, but a hand injury might prevent him. He got the injury during his fight with Dustin in June. Islam recently had an MRI that showed a partial ligament tear which might need surgery. He hasn't confirmed the fight date with the UFC yet and is currently undergoing daily rehabilitation. He hopes to fight before the end of the year, but his recovery might delay his return. Despite some fans thinking he doesn't fight often, Islam wants to come back fully healed and ready.
Что по поводу руки, как идет восстановление?
После боя, как болели кулаки, много чего болело, и как берем время, все заживает потихоньку. Рука меня продолжала что-то беспокоить, и сделал МРТ недавно, и подтвердили, что есть частичный разрыв связок. Посмотрим, если смогу восстановить, если нет, то может даже придется оперировать.
То есть сомнение, что ты 26 октября подерешься в Абу-Даби, да?
Под вопросом, еще не общались насчет боя. Я сейчас делаю реабилитацию каждый день, и посмотрим, как будет рука.
Ты к чему склоняешься, как ты думаешь? Просто вот на самом деле главный вопрос, наверное, выступит ли Ислам Макачев до конца года, в принципе?
Я очень хочу выступить до конца года. Планирую тоже, пока вообще мысли, что не выступлю, не было. Хочу подойти в форме, подготовиться, чтобы ничего не беспокоило. Перед последним боем тоже было очень много мелких травм, как-то накопилось все. И хочу дать организму тоже восстановиться. Я тренируюсь, держу себя в форме, такой 40-50%. Посмотрим, что будет.
So guys, Dana upset all UFC fighters with his recent announcement. Dana has made an announcement after UFC 304 that UFC fighters are not going to like at all. He revealed that the reason behind this announcement is the fighters' performances at UFC 304. Dana had higher expectations for the UFC 304 card, but according to him, it didn't live up to those expectations, which left him frustrated. Out of this frustration, Dana announced that from now on, no UFC events will have increased bonuses. Recently, fighters have been asking Dana to increase bonuses during several pay-per-view events, and he usually did. However, Dana has now made it clear that this will not happen anymore because of UFC 304. With 28 fighters on the card, there were 9 total decisions and a string of 7 consecutive decisions from the early prelims through the first 2 main card fights. This left a bad impression on Dana, so he's telling fighters to stop asking for bigger bonuses because he won't be giving them anymore.
Every time you get on a press conference, the fighters manage to get you to up the bonuses. Do you think there's an argument that maybe you should just up them to...
I think tonight showed that we should not, no. Upping them doesn't change anything. It doesn't make anybody fight any harder. It doesn't change anything. I'm not doing this again. Ever. Today was the last day that I'm doing that, yeah. Not saying that in the future the bonuses couldn't get up, but I'm not gonna be at a press conference and say 200, 300, and never again. Never again. So you can thank everybody on this card for that.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, nobody fought any harder. There was no sense of urgency. Holy I want the 100,000, 7 straight, who gives a It's 7 o'clock in Vegas, so whatever. Yeah, never again.
Okay, I love
7 straight decisions. Yeah, the 100,000 was a real big woohoo. Let's get it, boys. That never again.
Okay. Here's how MMA Community see this. Well, he's the one who put the card together, so who's to blame? Anything to not pay his fighters. So Dana wants people to each other for bonus. I mean, Leon, Belal, Mokaev, and woman MMA are all known for being boring. No surprise there, huh? It was the middle of the night. Bro had them fighting at 5:30 in the morning. What else do you expect? He is upset that Belal Muhammad upsets Leon Edwards to become UFC welterweight champion, and now he wants to upset us. We are not upset, Dana. We are happy. You can't always make the fights magical, though. All depends on style matchups, right? But that being said, the 2-round 1 finishes, surely that qualifies as a bit exciting. Putting cards on at 3 bells in the morning might have something to do with it. The fights were not that bad. Then there is only one reason why a rich man would be upset. Greedy bastard.